KG5HJ and over to my, oh my god, I'm stumbling there, that way, that's Shane, K5QBF. What is going
Good morning.
on?
I wish I had a third of your energy right now. I've had a half a pot of coffee, and so I'm still not awake yet. It's noon. I stayed up too late last night with the guys in the clubhouse. But good morning,
Oh
everybody, or should I
man,
say good afternoon, everybody? And man, look what happens when Jason goes on vacation.
I know all the good things happen. Man,
How are you this morning, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. No coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I
I won't
did
hold that
have
against
a
you.
Dr. Pepper Zero,
Oh,
which,
nice. Well, there
dude,
you go.
I used to drink Coke Zero, but it's Coke Zero. It is a huge step up from Diet Coke.
Yeah,
Ugh.
exactly.
But Coke,
I haven't had soda in I don't know how long.
yeah, I need to start weaning
Or,
back. But Dr. Pepper Zero, once I started seeing that like a couple months ago, amazing. Amazing,
yeah.
amazing, amazing. Better than Diet Dr. Pepper. And then I saw Cherry Coke or Dr. Pepper Zero.
They have those at work. So when I'm on those doubles, sometimes I need a quick pick me up, and I'll grab one of those the cherry Coke Zeros.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mm,
Mm.
good stuff. Well, let's say good morning to see, we got Keith, we got agoraphobic Adam. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Gordon Farmers Forge. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well.
So you're reading the names much better than I. I'm so
Well,
dyslexic. I mess that up left and right.
well, I'm not as good as Ham Radio Dude. So
Oh,
if I tell everybody to hit press one, and then the chat goes to scroll, and then I'll lose it. Like dadgummit.
yeah. Ham Radio Dude has a lock on that. And I thought about, coming on the FT8 OS and be like the big announcer. And number one rank is da 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 da. But I would be like, number one is KW3. But he does it 10 times better. But
You're
I
gonna be
can
the
bring
guy
the
that goes.
energy, man.
You're gonna be the guy that says, "Let's get ready to FT8." I would say
Yeah.
Rumble, but we're not fighting.
No,
So,
no, but Let's Get Ready to Rumble is trademarks. I'm talking about the
oh,
trademark. I'm not
oh,
using about it so I can say it, I
gotcha.
believe. I need a
Can you?
lawyer, I think.
The more I do this YouTube stuff, the more I'm wondering myself.
Yeah. But man, we are coming off a big weekend, field day weekend. I am going to go ahead and let's just transition real fast to that picture. It is, I know you can't see it, I'm sorry.
That's
Um,
okay.
Jason, Mike, and I just goofing around is one of the selfies that we've taken up there at the undisclosed
Top
Deerlings.
secret location.
Ooh. And I heard that well, okay, I didn't hear. You were there. You showed up Sunday.
I did make it up there on Sunday, and man, you guys had one heck of a setup. I know I didn't get to see all of it because the impending weather that came in was pretty tough. But man,
Yeah.
the location is grand. I mean, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I saw Mike's video from you guys doing the little pew pew thing, and that was really cool. Except for the tannerite Mike needed a redo on the tannerite so he
Yeah,
could get
I
the full Monty on that.
there is a run up which I'm gonna do. I have out of field day. I have two videos. Here's a little inside baseball. I'm going to have two
Sneak
videos
peek.
coming up for field day. The first video is going to be both of them are going to be my schedule release. I'm doing a video every 2 weeks. Um,
Nice.
so I just released one this Monday. So the next release a couple weeks from now will be my field day video. Everything I did at field day, every station I manned. So that is going to be the smoker, the breakfast station, the liquor station, and eventually, I make my way to the actual radio station. So,
So you did get to make a few contacts.
oh man. Oh, actually, I did pretty good. I was about, last
Nice.
time I saw 12% of all our contacts. I'm still new at it. I still can work a pilot fairly well. It was just, I got flustered in the middle of it.
And that is so easy to do. Because I'm not, I've only had my general since October, November of last year.
Mhm.
And the very first time that I went out, I was doing the Parks on the Air
Mhm.
deal. And I had no clue that whenever if you have a good signal and you throw your call out there activating a park, just how many people will come running.
Mhm.
And I'm just sitting here going, I already had mic fright as it is, and everyone kept telling me the best way to do it is just go out there and get on there and start yapping. So,
Mhm.
I tried to do all the pre-plans. I tried to have, what I was going to say and what was going to happen. I just threw that out the window
Mhm.
because none of that helped. And I just winged it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to log as fast as I can log, and I'm going to take calls as fast as I can take calls. And eventually one of those is going to limit how fast I can actually go. And it was the logging.
Mhm.
So thankfully I had something that would slow me down where I could log, I could talk, and then you kind of forget about all of that, and it just becomes this natural thing.
Yeah. Well, Poda and soda. I'm just going to throw those together. I haven't done a soda yet. It's coming. It's coming this year. Um, and I did a video. Last Monday's video is trying to find that perfect pack. Oh my God! I just realized I don't have my lights on. Yay! So much
Now we
better.
can see you.
um, it's a little bit more relaxed compared to field
Yeah.
day.
Oh yeah.
Everyone is kind of, I'm going to say, more nice, trying to call out their call when they're working that pile up. They're a little bit more spaced out.
Yeah.
Where I got flustered during field day is they were, as soon as I said QRZ or 7-3, thank you for the contact. This is KN5 TR. CQ field day, it was just a 3 to 4 seconds, everyone yelling.
Oh
There's a
yep.
blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Got
And just
nothing.
always remember that you are in control of the pileup.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a thing in POTA where they're called tailors, where somebody will, when you say QRZ and they know there's a bunch of stations calling you, they'll wait like a couple of seconds and they'll give you like the last two characters of their
Mm-hmm.
call sign so that you'll come back to them.
Mm-hmm.
So listen for those, and I'll listen for the strongest signal that I can get because I'm still new. So I was like, okay, if I won't miss the call if I know I got a strong station, and then every now and then say, hey, are there any QRP stations out there? That kind of breaks up the pile up. So the bigger stations will kind of wait for just a few minutes so you can catch your breath, and we can, can't wait for a QRP station to pop in, and then you can resume the chaos.
Yeah, and that's where I got flustered a couple of times. At one point, I did say, "Jason, there's a pile up here," or "Bob, there's a pile up," and I literally cannot distinguish anything right now, and
Yeah.
I had to take a step back. But it was so much fun doing all
Oh
that.
yeah.
I love it. I love field day. I love going out there, and I'm teasing. These are my ribs that we had out there. Um, and it was just a blast. And I do have the second video coming out of my field day videos is a special thing I put together for Mike. And you saw his ending prize was all those paint
Mhm.
cans and tannerite. Um, that we had fun shooting, or he had fun shooting.
Oh, those
Um,
ribs look good. I've had the screen play in the back, so I can
yeah.
see the pictures that you're posting. Those look delicious.
Oh man, that was about
That
four and
I
a half
missed. That I'm
hours.
angry about missing.
Yes. Next year. Um,
Absolutely.
I'm thinking about changing up the menu next year. Usually, the last several field day events, summer field day, winter field day, the last 2 years that we've been doing it over at the Undisclosed Deer Lease, we've been doing ribs that Friday, brisket Saturday. Bob makes the brisket on Saturday. I'm just a co-pit master, and I say co-pit master very loosely, so he can go take a nap during the middle of it, and I
He
I will
gets
help
tired.
tend the fire. It's 10 hours. I don't
That's true.
blame him. I don't blame
That is
anyone
true.
doing a brisket. He's like, yeah, I need a couple hours of nap. Go for it. You tell me what temperatures, and I'll hold it. The thing I want to kind of change up in our little event is I'm thinking brisket. And I said this last time in our after action meeting. I think brisket needs to be that Friday.
Yeah.
since it is Friday, then we can eat on it throughout the week and pull it out for breakfast, warm it up for breakfast, put in
Yeah.
the eggs.
Brisket tacos.
Yes, put it because we did like breakfast tacos with eggs and bacon, and I had my beans out there, which I am starting to tease because the YouTube audience hasn't really heard about my beans, but me and my beans are just as famous as me and my ribs. If you
Nice.
come out to any of the events, it's Frank, are you making your ribs? The second question right after this, Frank, are you making the beans? And I was, yes. So I'm teasing them. If people are very interested, go ahead and comment in the video. I'm going to say comment below, and trying to generate the YouTube comments. But yes, if there's a lot of interest, I will do a little video on making the beans. Now I
Yeah.
can't tell you that I'm going to tell you what every ingredient is and what portion,
There's
like
some
that last
family.
video.
Yeah, family secrets. Got to keep them.
They're my secrets. Frank developed it. These are Frank's beans. Um,
So it looks
yes.
like Andy, I see Gordon's got a test coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So Gordon, posting there, are you taking your general or are you taking your tech? What do you got going on? And Mike, yeah, I agree with you there about calling for barefoot stations and QRP stations. That's and
Oh,
mobile stations as
I
well.
forgot about that when I was doing the field day. That would be that is a nice thing to do because when you're trying to work those pileups as barefoot or even QRP, it's just unless you're very lucky with the bands, it's going to be very hard to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but then I did not do a satellite stuff. I did have the antenna out, and we did work with it with my other video for field day, but I did not work any satellites. I was really, to be frank,
Frank being Frank.
disingenified. I need to get the spark back.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
Shane, you had some previous experience, and after the middle of July, well, because I still every weekend, starting like mid June until mid July, is booked for me, and it's
Yeah.
annoying. And then I still got to do all the videos and the filming, and I'm gonna go on a work trip here in the next couple of weeks, so I need to get footage compiled up and all that fun stuff. I don't even know if that's going to be in a release. That is going to be a release day. So
Yeah.
that'll be my field day video coming up. I might not even be in the chat. Oh my god. I'm just
There's
going to have to
always
read
team
all the
replay. You have to
comments.
put it in the comments.
Team
Yeah,
replay my
exactly.
own video? Come on.
Well, I mean, you saw it from inception to when it was posted, so
Yeah.
technically you've already seen it.
I
So unless
I
you're doing a
think I speak
premiere,
for most YouTubers. Time the video premieres, posts, or whatever goes live, we are tired of it. We are tired of the topic.
we've seen it 100 times.
Yes.
So true.
Because like editing a video, especially build videos, a minute of
Yes.
footage on a build video is an hour's worth of time. Because I'm rewatching like almost every cut, and does this cut move smoothly to the next thing? Did I explain the thing I'm doing prior? Does it need to be explained, or is it
Yep.
self-explainable? Or if is it self-explainable for the people in the know, but the beginning person's like, "WTF? What are you doing? Why are you doing it that way?"
Exactly. Yeah, it's it's a process. I usually tell everybody in order to make a 15-minute video or 10-minute video, there is at least 1 hour of editing that goes in conjunction with that. So a 10-minute video will sometimes take 10 hours from filming, and editing is 10 hours to make when you all tie it together. I like the process and the details of it, but man, like I don't see how people do it every week or two videos a week. I couldn't do it.
Well, they are extremely lucky where they have the means
Yeah.
financially saved, or unlike Jason, he won the lottery with his other, and but no,
Yeah.
he's doing really really well in YouTube right now, and he is one of the blessed YouTubers out there to be able to do this full time and support himself.
Yeah.
So that
That's
is
awesome.
kind of all of our goals. But he's doing great.
Mike, you're exactly correct. We don't know what was on Jason's mind when he said you guys can have the noon hour. So
I know what is on his mind. I said, "I'm taking it," and he said, "Okay."
he's going, I'm going on vacation. You guys do
Mhm.
what you want to
Mhm.
do.
Well, I've made it known several times. Anytime you miss a, streaming slot, I will take it hands down.
Yep.
Um, what, y but yes, it's I wanna do more streams. Um, uh, I need more topics to do it. I got some builds kinda I want to do kinda live. I wanna finish the sherry pie. That unfortunately might be a pop-up or because it's still sitting on my bench over there, and there's the monitor, and it's right there, it's right there.
There's just not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, especially then editing and then doing some other stuff. Is life things, going out meet with friends, and I have certain nights, and if you could figure it out, um, I am not on my computer at work up here, and I'm not on YouTube watching ham videos. It's there's Wednesday night. Wednesday
I
night,
was about to say, I think Wednesday's the only time we don't have anything out.
yeah. Well, Wednesday
And
night
actually, I think
is my
there is
friend's
a
night.
stream on Wednesday.
Is I go out to see all my friends, and they're not YouTuber ham radio people. They think I'm nuts. Um,
I
but
think Good Game has a stream on Wednesday nights. It's
mhm,
the third installment or the midweek installment of Coffee and Ham Radios.
mhm. Then usually Thursday nights is another night I take off. That's just for my own insanity,
Oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
before though, when I was just right after when I quit playing games, that's when I started my own YouTube channel. I was just transitioned that entire time, 4 to 5 hours every night, working on YouTube, working on the
Right.
videos, or trying just to get in other people's stream to promote myself. Um, that takes a lot out of you, and it
Oh
literally
yeah.
felt like I was going to work, coming home, grabbing a
And going
quick
back to
little
work.
thing, and then going back to work.
Yeah.
But with these little
I don't know if I
mhm,
don't know if you've ever heard the story of where this side of the radio came from, which is my YouTube channel. But I was just playing rolling the dial, playing radio one night and I had it sitting over here on the table, and I heard somebody calling CQ, and so we had a quick conversation, and he was up in Tennessee, and we took a minute. He said, "Hey, you know what? I'm filming this. If you want to check me out on YouTube." And I was like, "Ham radio on YouTube?" I'd seen Ham Radio Crash Course and all those other guys, but I was like, there are other informal people out there. They're just making random contacts. Then I came across K5YVY on his Discord. So he gave me the Discord information over the air,
mhm.
and then I ended up putting me in Discord with Joe and the gang over there, and the rest is kind of history. Joe said you should start a YouTube channel because just because. And I saw his stuff, and I really want. Eventually, I do want to do some of the streams like he does, where he's on the radio making contacts and just
Mhm.
having fun with people in the chat. I want to do that sometime. I've got a few ideas I want to do for live stuff because I haven't done any live things on my channel. The only live stuff we've done is either on the Clubhouse or if I'm on somebody else's channel. But yeah, I've got a few ideas for things that I want to do on my channel and finally get some live content out there for everybody.
Do you wanna share what you're thinking? Exclusive?
It's a secret.
Oh, okay.
But I like what Dennis is doing with Tandem Thoughts. And I want to do something kind of like that, only in video format, where we take somebody and kind of like a TO does with Nuggets, only I want to come up with a different spin on it.
Mhm.
Think of Between the Ferns
Between the Ferns.
with Zach Galifianakis.
I'm not you got me on that one.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to go look that up.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that'll be a blast.
Cool, man. He has hit me up, but like, Frank Fashion, I am a terrible
Overbooked.
procrastinator. And since I'm just so busy, I haven't replied to his email yet. But I do want to get on Random Thoughts. I was listening and I was trying to decide, do I go in cold and not know anything and just let things happen, or do I figure out what the style is gonna be? And
It's your own style.
I kind of broke down and I saw Don Was it Don? Yeah, Don Izzo. One of his last ones was interviewed, and I was like, oh, I gotta listen to Don. If I listen to anyone, it's got to be Don Izzo. So I put that on there, and I was listening to him, and I sent him a message in Discord as I was driving to the undisclosed location, and I was like. 4 times, I counted 4 times since I'm so used to talking to Don. Is he said
Right.
something, and I answered
During the podcast?
during the podcast because it felt like he was literally right next to me, and I tried to interject and be like, "Let's expand on that." And 4 times, I'm like, "Hey, that."
Man, that's called being engaged in content right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can get any more engaged when you're
Ah.
answering or directing questions during a podcast.
Don had a good laugh. He's like, "Oh, you just made my day saying that."
That's awesome.
But
Dennis is awesome. If
Mhm.
anybody in here hasn't seen Handem Thought or listened to Handem Thoughts, go check it out. I'll try to find a link and have Tank put it in the description.
You should be a mod
but
now.
but yeah, I'll have to go grab his link from
Mhm.
I have to remember where he posted it because I watch it all on Spotify, but he has a
Mhm.
different site that does. But I'll get that link and put it in there.
I like as a podcaster, a podcast catcher is Google's podcast app, and
Oh,
it could
really?
be played on the car pretty nicely, and it updates, auto updates. I like that. Now, here's the sad news.
Uh-oh.
The one of the reasons why I got the stream today, minus Jason, it does literally have a family thing to do. This is my last lunchtime stream.
We don't want the sad news until the end.
I know it's
You dropped the bomb midway through.
uh-huh, but that means only place to go is up from here. Um,
That's so true.
so I'm going to be driving to the office now every day for work. It is a 30+ minute commute in the morning, 40-ish in the afternoon. So I'm going to be listening to a lot of podcasts, and Hando Thoughts is on my radar now, and it's going to be well listened to. I kind of fell off of Joss's HRCC
Yeah.
stream just because I don't know how
They're
they do
4
it.
hours long.
How do they do it?
Hours. I don't either. Like, good Lord.
I knew he said somewhere they stop and start multiple times just because they start like at 7 or 8 o'clock. They got to stop, put the kids down, or random one runs in, "Mommy, Daddy."
Hit pause.
Yeah, and they come back, but you can't tell. Maybe it's because it's audio and not video. You can't tell those breaks.
No,
And
yeah,
the conversation is so smooth, and it's not like topic, and then they just hit another topic, but the transitions between them are so smooth. It literally feels like it's a 4-hour continuous block that they go through. Then Joss edits most of everything that night, and he gets it posted in the morning. Ugh.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. No way. So quick shout out to we got Philip, and looks like we got TNCT in here. We got TO Temporary Offline, another fantastic channel if you're not a subscriber there. Also K5HWB Amateur Radio. Hey Joe, everybody needs to check out his channel.
Weren't you instantly interviewed by TO on his ham nuggets?
Not recently, but I have been. Daniel. I think I saw him in there. Daniel was on there, and Beer Snack was on there. And so yeah, definitely have to go check out all of the ham nuggets when there's those. You never know. Nothing is scripted. Everything is just off the cuff, and Tio does a fantastic job of making an hour fly by. I want to do another one with him, only this time we're have a little more relaxed because I was so nervous. I think that was the first time I'd ever been on live on anybody's channel before, and I was like terrified.
Yeah. I was nervous going on there too, just because I'm not big on HF yet. I think everyone knows this. I'm HF deficient in ham radio.
HF deficient.
Yes.
They make a pill for that.
I'm more UHF, VHF. When I was going on TO stuff, and I'm a little hesitant, even right now, to do Handle Thoughts is I don't have a lot of experience in all these other things. I have little, experience doing satellite. I know Arden. I know UHF, VHF, and programming radios and stuff like that, but I don't have that big brain knowledge of what about the new Yaesu coming out, the new HF, and how about that new ICOM 73 blah 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 or da 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 da
But
da.
that's the beauty of Handom Thoughts is he just wants to know about you and what your background is and what your experiences are. And I was surprised at how much content we were able to just blow through in an hour. And it started all the way back from when I first got my tech in 2006. And he's more focused on the individual versus trying to throw in all the radio lingo and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And that's what I really like about his shows. I've learned a lot about Joe. I learned a lot about Izzo, Beer Snack. I learned so much about these guys, just listening to backstories and things that they're used to doing, things that they like doing. So that's something that I've really enjoyed out of Handom Thoughts is just getting to know the person behind the microphone, because if you're someone who watches this all the time, you see the person as their persona, as they're trying to be, as they're presenting themselves
Mhm.
to you. And on Handom Thoughts, you get to take the curtains back a little bit and kind of
Oh,
hear the story behind the music, if you will, or
I
old
got a question
VH1's
for you.
VH1 deal.
You
Yeah,
you're talking about personas on kind of on screen and a little bit of off and trying to figure out. So that was the first. This weekend was the first time you met both Jason and I, and also
and
Mike.
Mike and Bob.
Well, do we really associate with Bob for the first time? So
For those that don't know, Bob is the owner of the R Finder.
great guy, great guy.
Yeah,
He cooks the
fantastic guy.
brisket every
Loves to
year.
scuba dive.
Yes, he's a
Who'd have
huge
thought?
scuba diver.
Yeah.
I do want to do, and we teased about doing a scuba on the air. There's a way. We'll figure it out. It's coming. Um, so what were your true thoughts when you actually met us in person? Because I know you watched us on videos and other things before. Were we different? Were our on screen versus our off screen kind of personalities different?
Unfortunately, no. You are the same cool people that I see day in and day out on YouTube. I was hoping for a letdown or a
Hmm.
shocker or a
Hmm.
revelation, but nope.
Hmm.
Same people.
Um,
Frank's Frank and Jason's Jason,
I
Mike's Mike, all fantastic people,
I
both
am
behind the
told
mic and in front.
I am tamer in person, but when I
Oh
get
yeah,
on camera,
maybe.
it amps up.
You get the
Uh,
microphone jitters, is what I
and
like to call it.
well, it's the tank radio energy starts flowing, and all I want to do is welcome to Tank Radio,
Don't let me pull my ears off.
dude. You know how much I love. I'm an emote now.
On the what?
They came up with an emote for me in the
Oh,
chat. Have you
oh,
seen it?
really? I haven't seen it. No. Is it in
Oh,
Discord?
oh, it's mostly in the chat, the on-screen chats that I do. But I bet
Okay.
it's gonna flood it. If you know the email, flood it. I want to see my whole chat, the email.
And no, Don Frank isn't shy and quiet at all.
Hmm.
We
Um,
did get he did to take got to take a few minutes to hang back and smoke a cigar and have a nice start to the day. So
Honestly, that you found me in my relaxed time. I was so busy doing other things throughout the whole time. That Sunday you showed up, I was literally saying, "Y'all go do your thing," because most of my stuff were packed up. I just needed to relax and kick off a bit. So you showed up perfectly. To has it.
there it
There it
is.
is. There's coming. Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that.
Mike said when we're doing the OBX trips, we were doing tunnels on the air. So we were doing that big tunnel system. I forgot where it was. It's in my one of the videos. Is where it was a bridge. Then we went to a tunnel. Then we came up to a bridge. Then we went to a tunnel. Then we came up to a bridge. That was so cool. And every time we were in the tunnels, we were on HTs. This is KG5HWB tunnels on the air. Who's out there? And
Tunnels on the air.
we contacted each other. It
That's
it was
cool.
amazing. See, everyone's doing it. Yeah, I got my own emo. Dude, I want that on a hat. So if my T-shirt sales do go well, I'm gonna put more merch out there, and I think that should be great for a hat. Tank
Absolutely.
radio, and underneath it, there'll be the slashes.
I see the one that Joe put in there of the guy going. So now there's an actual person emoji in there.
Yeah, I think my arms need to be higher because this is.
Yeah, no kidding. So so let's talk about satellites. I know you and I had some interesting
Yes.
conversations there at the campsite talking about satellites, and
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you that I don't know if I just got lucky or what, but I was able to accomplish it without anything but a Baofeng
Mm-hmm.
and a Nagoya extended antenna,
Mm-hmm.
and I got 3 contacts that way. And then
I'm
when I
so
got finally got
jealous
the
and
arrow, I just
hatred right now.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna make it happen. It'll be when it's not so hot, and we'll find a pass that's sometime between midnight and maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
late you stay up, but
Mm-hmm.
that's usually when everyone else is not bombarding the satellite with stuff, and you can throw your call out and get a couple people. I've made it. The farthest contact that I made was South Carolina, I think. I think it was the
Mm-hmm.
longest. So I have to go back and look in my logbook. But I've got one in Alabama, one in South Carolina, and I can't remember where the other one's at. But I thought that was really cool. You're sitting here with an HT and you're talking to someone in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. So I had limited success so far. I have the Arrow 2 antenna, beautiful
Mm-hmm.
antenna. I got that down. The radios are kind of iffy right now. I can run 2 radios, listening and receiving. I do have the Arrow 2 antenna that has the multiplexer or duplexer inside, so I can, if I do find a full duplex, no, full duplex, is that, I'm saying that right,
Yep.
radio,
Mm-hmm.
I can plug it in there and then do the transmitting and receiving at the same time with an earpiece. um I've heard on the OBX trip myself come back to me, but
Oh, cool.
I did not, anyone didn't come back. I heard that, and when you hear your echo, how you kind
Mm-hmm.
of like stutter, that's what happened. I'm like, Katie, blah, 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 blah.
You hear yourself coming through the satellite.
And Mike or Matt was standing there. He's like, continue words.
Like, you're alive, dude. You're alive.
Mhm.
Come on. There's someone waiting.
Yeah. And then it kind of moved past, and then I had to reposition. I think the setup is almost right. I'm lacking though. I got the tracking apps, and those are great, but I think I have the phone too close to the antenna where it's throwing off the internal compass because there's so much metal
Yeah, and that's
close
one thing
by.
I will show you whenever we actually do this, because I take my phone, and once I get my bearings, my degree bearings set, I put
Mhm.
my phone down, or I put it in my pocket and record the QSO. That's the way I do it. But I can point to a building or an antenna or something on the horizon and know, all
Mhm.
right, it's going to come up there. The midpoint is going to be this building or something right here, and then the declination is going to be over on this side. So then you just draw an imaginary line in the sky
Mhm.
and point your antenna at it.
Okay,
That way
that.
it frees up when you, yeah, that way you're not having to hold the phone and do this at the same
Mhm.
time.
Mhm. Because
I just use landmarks to
I can't
plot it.
grab that. Yeah. So I usually here's the antenna, here's my phone, and I go through and I try to track it, which is pretty cool. But once it gets to this point, trying to look
Yes.
under it, you're just like, and it gets a little unwieldy. Oh, here's a better
Yep.
piece of paper. My first logos that Josh and everyone laughed at. That's when I finally got logo help. They're like, your drawings are chitch and scratch. It looks like a kid drew that. I was like, I'm not a kid. I just did it.
I'm not an
But
artiste.
yeah, so I have the antenna in the phone, but once it gets past that, I'm gonna say 80 degrees, or it's just really hard to track it across the sky. Um, I I it feels like I am just there. I need some extra motivation, a kick in the butt to get out there, and I we will get together
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
do this.
And usually I try to get there about an hour before the pass, 45 minutes before the pass is going to
Hmm.
happen. That way you can pick up your landmarks, you can see the horizon, how far off the horizon you need to be. Just kind of helps you calm down and get set. Then when the pass comes, then you're not fumbling with anything.
Hmm.
You're 100% focused on knocking out the contact.
Philip says the other thing, and I did get a lecture from this by KAMRD. Frank needs to say his 27 character call faster when he's trying to make a satellite contact.
Yep, that will get you to mine. My original call sign was KE5HSS,
Mm-hmm.
which was pretty easy to spit out pretty quick. And then when I got this call sign, the K5QBF, that one's even easier, and it's easier for people to pick up on most of the characters. Sometimes they miss the Q on there, but for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
K5QBF Echo Mike 13. That's it.
Well, just the first couple of times, and it is a tongue twister. AHJ. I could say
Yep.
AHJ, KG5 AHJ, but when someone's trying to echo that KB or KG5 AHJ, yeah.
As this thing screaming across the sky at
Ev
17,000 miles
yeah,
an hour.
even on, local, nets, when I put my call and I'm first joining it or there's a new net controller, it's always KG5AAHJ. Is that correct? That's correct. This is Kilo Golf 5 Alpha Hotel Juliet. What's going on? Almost same enthusiasm, but I hold off the tank radio because I'm just trying to
Just run a
be,
repeater.
yeah. They're,
Mike, you are correct. I gave up the easiest call sign in CW, the KE5HSS, and I got the K5QBF, which is a little bit more difficult in CW, but not a ton. And Joseph, you're exactly correct. The elk antenna, which is a log periodic antenna, is ideal for satellites because you don't have to worry about the polarity versus, when you're using the arrow antenna, you have to adjust for the polarity. You're turning it 90 degrees off to one side to make sure you're the correct polarity of the downlink.
And even with the air, though, you have the 2 meter polarity going up, and then you have the centimeter going the other way. So is when you finally do get that great receive in the back of my head is I need to turn it every time I want to transmit to match the same polarity. But the polarity, you never know what the polarity is. The best satellite antenna is like the circle Yagis.
Or the egg beater.
Yeah. One day. I do want to start building antennas. I want to start learning about all the math and do deep dives. I love deep dive videos, if you can't
That's
tell
something
by
that
my
I haven't.
channel.
Yeah, that's something that I haven't done yet. Is I've built the infant halfway, but I want to build some other things. I just need more garage space to put all the equipment in there. I just got the link sent over to me for the Handem Thoughts podcast, so I'm gonna put that in the chat there.
Go
so
for it.
if anybody hasn't seen that, it'll be Handem Thoughts. The link. Yep, there it goes. It's popped in. So.
Nature's Child, talking about a call sign suffix of TNK. We looked over field day. The one that I really wanted was Whiskey 5 Tango Nancy Kilo, because Whiskey 5 Tank. Yeah.
Right.
If I get to say whiskey every time I do my call, that would be amazing.
When I originally started looking at vanity calls, I worked for Southwest Airlines and I wanted to get K5SWA, but unfortunately there is a ham at Southwest that has that call sign, so I'm kind of jealous. But I have my call is actually from my grandfather, and it was originally issued in 1958. And he was active until 69, I think, when he stopped playing radio. And it was never assigned to anybody else. Didn't go back into the poll or anything. It just
I
came
do
back,
have a
and then I
list of
picked it up.
calls that I was trying to get a long time ago. I need to go back over this list and see if they're still available.
See
One
who's
is
about to expire.
K5 Win, WIN.
Yeah.
Bunch of these are kind of gaming, and they're not really tank radio related because I put this together when I was before doing tank radio. K5 API. Ooh, I do like that one.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah, or Whiskey 5 API. I'm saying all these and then they're going to be snatched up. Thank you, guys. I'll sell it to you for $5,000. What?
For a nominal price.
We'll make you a good deal. Go for
it. Hey, Taz, welcome to the stream. Even though you're late, it's okay. You can go back and watch the first part after we're done. But for those that I haven't said hello to yet, I'm trying to play catch up. So we have Taz and Nature's Child. So welcome.
But yeah, I do really want to redo my call sign. Mike gave me a little bit for not having vanity plates on my car yet. I was like, I kind of want to change my car. Why do I want to put KG5HWB on my car? It's
then
blah.
everybody can look you up on QRZ.
Mm-hmm. Um,
I don't even put antennas on my car right now. Like I'll play radio, but I'll do it incognito. I'll take my I'll go out and set it up at a park somewhere.
mm-hmm. I do want to keep my 5 call. I don't want to
Oh
go
yeah,
for a
absolutely.
4 or anything else. I gotta if I betray Texas like that, they will disown me and kick me out of the state.
Yep. Got to show the love.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for joining us on the clubhouse last night. That was
Oh man,
a fun time.
I ducked out a little early, but it sounded like y'all went on for a pretty long time.
Yeah, normally that streams an hour, but I think the last couple ones have gone to 2. There's been one in there that I think was 2.5 hours. So you never know what's going to happen when you step in into the clubhouse. We'll go for about 30 minutes on topic, or sometimes 30 minutes on topic, and then it's just for a free for all.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's almost
fun.
always a free for all.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We enjoy having you on there.
Caught me typing there. I love showing up to the clubhouse. I would love to become a regular member.
Well, I'm sure we'll see more of you. We're not going to kick you out.
Yeah. I'll be there I'll be there anytime until my welcome gets well worn out.
And we'll make sure and drop links. I don't know. Do you have everybody's links in the description?
I got your link in the description because that's what matters, right? You're on screen.
Exactly.
But
I'll
yeah.
post the one over to the clubhouse too if anybody's interested. We always have I always have at least a minute and a half, maybe a 2-minute warm up or countdown.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell everyone to put on your headphones and turn it up really loud because it's always some sort of great music that I find.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
That great music and everything. Do you see people's videos? I know it's maximized with the countdown, but as the administrator in the back end, do you see everyone and what they're doing during that time?
Yes.
Okay.
So what happens when it's a video that's played prior to, so I'll hit the video and then I'll hit go live and then the countdown will start. And that gives about 2 minutes for everyone who hasn't joined the stream to join the stream. And then down below is all of us that are muted. And so we can sit there and stretch or, do what we need to do to get ready to get psyched up to go on. Or if we don't have, the voice of Joe at the end of it, one of us will unmute our mic and we can talk over the music and do a welcome or, or something like that.
I was just wondering if you could see me when I'm sitting there and enjoying the music.
Absolutely.
Air guitaring it up.
That's what makes it fun. And then if I didn't, sometimes I want to make it where the screen flips and the cameras come up prior to the music finishing, so everyone can see what's going on.
You know what though? That's what I was trying to lead you to, because if you could figure out how to set the scene where you can randomly click on a picture and just have it kind of like softly pop up and show what's going on, because you see like air guitar and I'm playing the drums.
Don's the best. He's up there. He rocks out every time.
Yeah.
Kyle, to answer your question, I use Canva to make the countdown. Well, I make the countdown prior to, and then I import it into Canva, and Canva has a license. If you do the Canva Pro, it has a license, use license you can get from Epidemic Sound. So most of that music comes from Epidemic Sound, and then it's linked to whichever social media that you're using. So if we're going to put it on YouTube, you can link it to your YouTube account, and then the license for the music is issued to that particular YouTube account for a one-time use.
One-time use.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, you have to. You can use it multiple times. You just have to go in and re-download it so that it issues you a new license for that next stream.
So I get my music from YouTube Library, and I
they have some good ones too.
Hours going through that and trying to find, especially when I was doing the different intro for every video, which that was fun, and I need to kind of pop one up. My plan is to have one come up every now and then if I could figure
Mhm.
out a good one that fits into the topic of the video. But I spent like there was hours trying to find the right music and then scripting everything. That was half of my shoot schedule for the 2 weeks, was just shooting the video for that script and editing that script before I even got to the video. I was like, man, if I just simplified this. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know if you know this reference, but there was a podcast called Totally Rad Show back in the Dig days. Dig
No,
Nation?
I didn't.
Okay. They had the same type of intro skit for every week that they had, and the skit was 2 to 5 minutes, and they were just
Hmm.
ripping on movies. When the show ended and they were doing the kind of the post productions, and every now and then they'll pop up saying what they loved or hated about doing the show. Every one of them said the thing they hated the most was the stupid intros. And they couldn't stop doing them because it became a theme to the channel
Yeah.
and everyone loved them. And they enjoyed putting 'em together, but coming up with that idea, it was literally half the shoot for it, and I agree. It was literally half my time putting that stuff together, and so I had to cut it out pretty early just so it didn't become a staple.
Yeah.
But I still wanna do them. I need to
Now
come
you
up with
got
a new
Welcome to
idea.
Tank Radio. That's your new staple.
That is my staple. I love it. I love it. You know how many times I've flubbed that line when I was first
Were you
started all this?
stumbling over your own call sign? I do that a lot.
No, it was just, "Welcome to Tank Radio, play that, video, play that,
Oh, oh,
something."
tell me you kept those.
No, they're gone.
Oh, you're
Actually,
supposed to keep the bloopers.
those might still exist. I gotta go back and figure out what was some of the first ones. But I think no, because I was doing it from my desk, and on LBS, I stop and start it until I find that clean cut. I just delete them all. So a lot of those are gone. And I was just stumbling through it. I don't know what was the reason, because I could say it off camera. Welcome to Tank Radio. Play that awesome intro video, and it didn't roll. I sometimes I said amazing, and I was like, "No, it's awesome." I want the word awesome to come across. Oh, that's another call sign I wanted. And I know this is not possible, but I came up with AW5OME.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. So if you work for
Yeah,
the
that'd be
FCC,
cool.
you want to issue me a special license, AW5OME, because I'm awesome.
You should, yeah. Tell them you want a vanity call sign. That's what you want,
How many
or you want a
times
club. Make it your own club, and you get your club call sign to say that.
the Knoll is here. The Knoll. He was at
Hey,
field day
Noel.
2. How many times have you misspelled your name? Not saying a word on that. Um, not going into it. But it was. But I got from the intro and my welcome message, I call it, from TO. TO like pointed to his hat. Hey, I'm Steve. Da 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 da. I kind of got that. I was like, ooh, I'm liking that. I'm stealing it. I'm putting it in my thing. But I do give you credit for it. So I got that from Steve. I'm Steve. So I'm Frank, and he did the 1 point. I do the 2 point.
Yeah. So there's a great question in here, and KI5MIT says, "Do you prefer live content versus video editing?" So, Tank, I'll let you go first on that, and then I'll give my 2 cents on it.
I enjoy live content because there's no video editing. But I do I want to like smash it together. If I'm doing a build or something, I just want to smash it together to give that super cut. And it's you can't do that. The YouTube editor sucks balls. Um it's hard to do that. And crap, I just realized I cursed. Where's the ball
You're
jar?
fine. See,
Um I
see what happens when you're live.
but I do a lot of editing. My videos are very heavily edited, but I like it. I think it comes off as a polished video. I do still want to do more live content. The live content does get a lot of more watch hours than my edited videos. And I need a lot more watch hours to get freed from the YouTube algorithm. But um That's my 2 cents. I enjoy live. Live is always much more fun and I'm energetic. If I'm just sitting
Yeah.
talking to myself, I will start to mumble very softly. Okay, and now I am putting the thing on the thing and let's
The
get the
thing and the thing.
soldering iron. And when I first started doing the strings with Jason, he was literally sending me messages. You're mumbling. You're mumbling. You're mumbling. Stop mumbling. Because at one point, I that's even how I started doing the audio test. This is KG5HJ talking loudly, and this is Frank talking normally. So he has to kind of do those adjustments for me in the software. So go ahead. What's your answer?
Yeah, so I like doing the cut video, the pre-made videos. I like doing those because I can kind of present what I want to present and in that fashion. I actually love doing the live stuff though because you never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's kind of a thrill to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love engaging with people in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe says that a lot because sometimes he'll forget that he's trying to work the radio and he'll be sitting there talking to people in the chat, and then it's keying on the radio because he'll have his foot on the switch and he's like, oh wait, I need to be talking to the radio, not talking to the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see how he does it because I've been trying to keep up with the chat in here, and I still can't get everybody taking everybody
It's
talk
useful to
to.
have two.
Yeah,
Especially doing a live stream. So when you're talking, I'm reading the chat. When I'm talking, I'm trying to focus looking at the camera because that's kind of a bad thing for me. I kind of look
yeah.
down and look at your video a lot, and that don't work. But we can switch on and off like that, and that's why Jason loves a co-host, especially Frank as a co-host. Yay, more Frank.
Right.
Um, so we can focus on the chat, or he can focus on his interview, and I could come to and answer all those questions that I built up in the chat.
No, I wouldn't call it the best moments when you throw alcohol in live streaming because I've had some not so great moments, but that's what the clubhouse is for.
Mm-hmm.
We sit back, have a drink. If one of us sees that someone's about to go off we can hit the mute button if I'm accidentally drop an F-bomb or something like that. But we try to keep it as relaxed as possible there. And that's one of the things I really like doing on the live shows is the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I knew someone was going to bring that up. You jerk.
Soccer balls.
Mike's referring to my live stream from Mexico when I hopped in the clubhouse.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that live stream, I won't link it, but you're happy to dive in through the videos from the clubhouse and try to find it.
And I keep
so
saying,
there's your mission.
I keep saying this as a almost a Frank staple behind the scenes. Frank does not need to be on YouTube drunk again.
The 4 hour live stream or the happy hour.
That was like the third time. There's other times, but I am I'm pretty chilled. I'll tell you the first one, the impromptu New Year stream of 2021. Jason didn't want to do it. I was egging him. Let's do it, man. Come on. Let's just get a couple people in there, say Happy New Year, and and we'll just be kind of done. Because I think that was an actual live stream Sunday or something. And we finally jumped on there, and I drink fast. If you
Yeah, so do I, especially if I'm nervous.
Well, no, man. I could pound beers left and right, and I just kind of start drinking. Even my whiskey, I drink fast, and that's why I tend to a higher proofs to force me to slow down.
Yeah, exactly.
But that 4 hour live stream at the beginning, I was drinking like, oh, I'm going to enjoy my whiskey, and drink like I'm only going to be on screen for an hour or two, and then I was going to stop. Then it kept going and going.
And then
I finished like a half a bottle. Oh. Well, we got 6 minutes left, so I'm going to give you the floor, full screen. Tell us what you're doing. No. What are you up to? Anything else you want to say? So go have at it.
Yeah. So Taz, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And everyone that's joined us, there's 30 people watching right now. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the everyone. I don't know if everyone knows this, but everybody gets it's a boost to us when we look down and see you participating in the chat, give us things to talk about. I appreciate it. And as far as what's coming up next for me, I've got two antennas sitting right over there. One is a Pac-10 mini in-fed half wave that I need to get the video done for that. After that, I need to go out and do some more parks on the air. It's just so stinking hot in Texas right now that going in and sitting in a park for 2 or 3 hours, unless I'm going at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning when it's still kind of cool out, I don't want to sit out there when it's 108 degrees. So working on that. And we'll try to get back to parks on the air and stuff, hopefully when it cools off a little bit. I'm going to try to work on participating in the FT8 off a little bit more because I can set the radio up here at the house. I need to do some 7300 videos. I know that everybody's done one, but there's a few tips and tricks that I've come up with that I think would help people out that are learning that radio, because I have a newbie perspective to it. But other than that, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time, you find us in the clubhouse having a ball, and you never know where I'm going to pop up. Like, who would have thought I'd be on a lunchtime live stream with Tank of all? So thank you for having me. I've appreciated it. This hour has flown by quick, and
yeah, I know, right?
We're almost to the end of it. I was like, we still got so much stuff to talk about. But anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Who said it? Who said it? Philip said it. Ham 2.0 live streams are always so much smoother when Tank Radio is in the control room.
Absolutely. And Don, it's funny that you say that, because I just got a 20-meter ham stick and a mag mount so that I can put it on the top of the car so that I can go film something during the summertime. So yes, but I wish you would have told me that a couple months ago instead of sitting out there with trying not to die in the heat.
I have coming up on my channel is going to be the field day video with the ribs and other things I've already teased. And then after that is a cool video that I shot with Mike. I haven't started editing that yet, but I hope it's going to come off awesomely. It's going to be a fun one. We had a blast doing it, and he played with all the goodies that he found. And I think after that, I'm going to start doing more builds. I want to do more kits. I'm going to do a couple of builds with other YouTubers. Jason and I are going to build a antenna or two. So that's going to be coming up. I can't wait to do it all. So thank you all for swinging by, watching. I know I don't say this in my videos, and I don't want to be one of those guys, but please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. I'm so close to 1,000. The next big hurdle is let's watch hours, but those will come. Those will come in time. So
we need to start a hashtag. Get Frank to 1,000.
Yes, get Frank to 1,000. I'm so
or 1,000
close.
or bust.
1,000 or bust. There's t-shirts on Jason's store. Let me go ahead and find the link there. The shop.hamradio2.com. My t-shirts, Tank Radio t-shirts are on pre-order, and if they do well, more merchandise to come. So nice. I think that's about it. Any last words?
No, thanks for having me again. I'll put another link in there that's got some t-shirts, hats, stickers, and stuff that I put together to try to get some support for the channel for those that would like to. But thanks for having me again. Thanks for everyone who joined us in the chat today. You are awesome, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, hashtag Free Frank.
Free Frank. 73, everybody. Have 73. A good night. Or good afternoon, see?
Yeah.
Bad habits.